Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles coming at you with another toy review, and this time we're taking a look at the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Super Posable INDORAPTOR. And this is from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toy line from Mattel from 2018. So the first thing we do is take a closer look at the packaging. Taking a look at the packaging, pretty standard looking package. It's got a nice open look to it. You can see the INDORAPTOR right here, nice and big. It's a super posable. It's got the Jurassic World logo. Now this, is released for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, but they're almost, they just have the standard Jurassic World logo. Like they're almost just trying to keep that toy line continuously growing. But this is, for my purposes, listed under Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. But the package is actually designed to look kind of like a cage. You can see as we go to the side, it's got the bars on it. You can see Owen in blue. And as we go all the way to the back, it just shows, INDORAPTOR, and it says movie authentic posability. Got a couple pictures of him, as well as it shows some of the other toys in the toy line. And then it's also got, it tells you to get the Jurassic World Facts app. I'm assuming just like the Mosasaur, they have like a little thing, a sticker on them that you can scan on an app, and it gives you some facts. But I haven't done that yet. But pretty nice looking packaging. The dinosaur looks good, pretty large. You can see my hand, and he's pretty decent size. But let's get this guy opened up. So getting the INDORAPTOR out of package, really cool looking figure. So this is obviously going to be the character they kind of talked about at the ending of Jurassic World, where they said, take this, they're showing the Indominus Rex, take this guy, make him a little bit smaller. And that's pretty much what he seems to be. He seems to be, like a smaller, more raptor style genetic hybrid. And this guy looks cool. Like, as far as just the visual look, the color is like a dark black to gray. That's almost like pearl-like, so it's really cool. Then he's got this cool gold streak going down him. He looks phenomenal. I don't know if it can actually show it because of all the lights on him. You kind of got to see this guy in store to actually, take in everything about him. Eyes really cool. It's got red, and it kind of has this little splash that goes behind. Everything's painted really good on him. Like, I really like him. And he's a decent sized figure. So here's my hand. He's pretty big. But the main thing with this figure is there's no sound, there's no like other gimmicks with this version. He's just super posable, and he really is. He's got tons of articulation, which I'll show in a second. The one biggest problem I have with him just right off the bat is just one of his joints happens to be looser than others, and it happens to be one of his hips. So I can get him to stand on two legs, but but it's kind of hard because this joint pops out. So for most of the review, I'll have him with his hands down, just so it's easier when I'm doing the articulation, so he doesn't just keep on falling over. But you can get him to stand, and you know, if I didn't have that hip joint that kind of just slid out, you wouldn't have that problem. And I showed that in the beginning, like a lot of the images that I showed before, you know, talking right now, had him on 2 legs. But everything looked cool. I mean, you can see the teeth. He's got, you know, the typical raptor style claw. But I mean, as far as super posable he is, I mean, this is, I don't even know how many points of articulation, I didn't count, but I mean, his jaw moves. He rotates like right here on his neck. Then he also has a ball joint a little bit lower right there. He's got a ball joint on at his shoulder that also moves up and down. He's got a ball joint at his elbow. He's like double jointed elbow essentially. He's got wrist pivot and rotation. His legs, the hips kind of pop out. This is the hip I was talking about that's really, really loose, and this one's not. But it moves in and out. The knee rotates, you know, ball joint and goes forward and back. Same thing down here. He's got like almost like a double joint down here. No pivoting at the toes. His tail has a pivot here, and then this is the one part of the dinosaur you actually have to put together. You just pop his tail in, but that's also got pivot right there, which is really, really cool. And that's pretty much it for the articulation. Now, the other cool features on this guy that I do like is you see these little pieces right here. These are actually soft rubber. I thought that was cool, like these spikes, or I guess primitive feathers. I'm not really sure what they're going to go for on that. You know, they're actually really soft, like a soft rubber, which I think is cool. But we'll take a closer look right now. Here you can see that head, and like I said, it looks cool. He's got that red eye, and it kind of splashes out to the side. He's got a really nice jaw that opens pretty far, and you can see this double jointed part up here where he's got the joint here as well as this ball joint up here. But I mean, it looks really cool. I mean, you can definitely tell trying to keep his head in frame. He looks really, really cool. And here's those soft, really soft, you know, rubber, which is cool. Not like super soft, but I mean, that's obviously you can move it really, really well, which I think is cool. Just take a look at his scales. You can see the nice molding in the scales. Everything looks cool, and he's got that cool silver streak that pretty much, you know, goes all the way down to the last part of his tail. It stops right there, and then you can see that's the last joint right there that would finish the tail off. Here you can see one of his feet, and you have that big raptor claw. I kind of wish this claw moved up and down. I think that would be a really cool touch, but I mean, you can't really complain. The posability in this figure is pretty good with all the points of articulation they have, but I do like the way it's molded in the feet. I think everything looks really cool, and that you can see the other one as well. I mean, they did a good job with this guy. Another part I like is they also have what looks to be more of like those spikes, or I guess like primitive style feathers that they have on this guy, actually molded into his arm. These don't move. These are more hard plastic, but they're molded in. It's kind of a nice touch. So he's going to have those there. So they definitely incorporated that, and you can see his wrist. He's got that nice wrist motion in the claw. I mean, everything looks cool on this guy. And flipping him over, here is that sticker, just like the Mosasaur, where you can get the app. And like I said, I haven't done that yet, but it's supposed to give you, I guess, some kind of dino information. I'm assuming it's going to be on the specific dinosaur you purchase, but you know, I haven't done that yet. But that's where that's located on him. And it's actually like a molded little spot in the shape of that sticker, and then they stick the sticker on top of that. So it is possible to rip the sticker off or have it get damaged if you set him in water or do something like that, like if you put his feet down in something moist. But so for size comparison, here he is next to the Indominus Rex. Indominus Rex, for me, was a big pain in the butt. His joints and his back legs are absolutely horrible as I catch him as he falls. You set him up like this, there's no way. He's really top heavy, and his joints are really weak in his legs, so he always goes down. But this kind of gives you the size comparison. I kind of have him in the same pose, you know, close with his arms on the ground, but you can see how big, you know, the Indominus Rex is. And you can definitely see that this guy still is pretty darn big, and he looks really cool, and I like that. You know, they kind of have the similarities with the spikes and stuff like that on the back of the neck. I think they did a good job overall, you know, with the design of this new dinosaur. And for size comparison, again, here we have him next to the Mosasaur. I think he's the 28-inch Mosasaur, if I am remembering that correctly. And I love the Mosasaur. One of the coolest figures, other than the gigantic super colossal T-Rex, which I'll show in a little bit. I've got that guy, and I'm going to review him. But the INDORAPTOR is pretty big. He's about 20 bucks, which is pretty decent. I think the Mosasaur for 28, so you can kind of see what you're getting. He is hard plastic. This guy has that soft, real feel to him. Very reminiscent to me of the original Jurassic Park toys with that softer feel, like the original T-Rex and stuff like that, and the Stegosaurus and the Triceratops. And some of the other toy lines have done that as well, but that's, you know, going back to the original Jurassic Park toy line. But he's cool. I mean, he's big. 20 bucks, you get a super posable dinosaur. He's probably obviously going to be, you know, the big baddie of the movie. I'm sure they're going to have some big climatic battle or something at the end, and this is definitely the dinosaur that they're going to be focusing on, just like the Indominus Rex. And he looks great. Like I said, he looks really cool, and it's, you know, I like that they're changing it up. They just didn't make another gigantic dinosaur. But this just shows you he's. I'm assuming he's not in scale to the Mosasaur. Just like when I do the review on the Colossal T-Rex, he's way out of scale to anything else. But overall, I mean, he looks pretty darn good. I mean, I definitely like him. I love the coloring. It's probably one of my favorite parts about him, and the articulation is really, really good. But once again, this has been Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I will see you guys next time.